Bharat has taken revenge for what happened in Pahalgam. And today, to talk more on it, I have with me Major Amit Bansal, strategic expert. Thank you so much, sir, for speaking
Thank you.
with the Times now. So, we know that Operation Sindoor has taken place. But if you go on the internet and if we speak to the people largely, one question they have in their minds is that what goes behind planning these operations? The incident occurred, and after almost 2 weeks, the response came from India. So, in these last 14, 15 days, what really happened back in headquarters, back on those areas from where those aircraft, those jets took off, and to actually responded to the terror which Pakistan actually unleashed in Pahalgam?
See, we have to plan a lot. So security forces, when they're planning an action, you have to plan the target first. You have to plan the mode of engagement. What kind of ammunition are going to use? What kind of platform, maybe an aircraft, missile or drones you're going to use? And what is the time at which you're going to strike? You may be striking at a time when there's no vital element at the target. The terrorists are not there at the target. So you have to keep observing them. So this period of observation, this period of planning, this period of execution is very well required to achieve the meaningful results. So what forces and our other elements were doing during this time? They already had the targets in the mind. The already targets were coordinated. So these targets were being monitored both by the human intelligence and by the electronic intelligence by the means of satellite and all. Activities was being recorded. At that same time, our platforms were being prepared. Aircrafts, drones or missiles, they were being prepared. At the same time, our sensors were keeping an eye on the Pakistani sensors, where the Pakistani Air Force is moving, how their radars are being deployed, how their army is moving, so that you know when you are attacking them at a point and a time when they are mostly unaware and when they least expect it. And that's what has happened. That's what you achieve the aim of surprise. And 15 days for 2 weeks is not a issue, because when we did Balakot after Pulwama, we did it after nearly 12 days.
Absolutely, yeah.
So here we did it after 14 days. So almost equal amount of programming and planning has gone into that. But yes, we have taken a technological leap ever since then. From 2019 till today, we are technologically many times ahead of what we used to be earlier.
Absolutely, and we also say that warfare has now become
Yes.
more technologically advanced.
Exactly,
So, do you
exactly.
think like drone reconnaissance and things like unmanned vehicles were also used when planning all these operations? Because it is also very pivotal to chalk out, like you said, it's very important to hit
Yes.
when it's like when we get most out of it.
Exactly. So in this operation, as we heard, we've been keeping hearing from the people on the ground that they used scalp missiles, which is a long-range stand-off weapon to be launched from Sukhois and Rafale. We also use hammer missiles, which is a modular missile system which can be converted into any kind of use, multiple use, which also was launched from these platforms. We also used kamikaze drones or suicide drones, or loitering munition, jisko we call it. These ammunition can go into the area, keep on loitering till the time they find a particular time to strike, time and target. So they were also used, and some other kind of unmanned vehicles also were used while we were monitoring the situations from the top using our own drones, using our own satellites. So that's why you see the images and videos are coming out very clearly,
Absolutely,
which
absolutely.
categorically reflects how the damage has been caused. So certainly it is a technological leap and very well planning.
And human intelligence is also perhaps one of the most important parts. Like if we talk about traditional warfare or
Yes.
technological warfare or the modern warfare. So do you think that this time around also the assets on ground there in Pakistan had really done their job right to achieve a result like this?
Exactly. See, you cannot achieve a result without human intelligence.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Human intelligence is the only intelligence which is going to verify your electronic intelligence inputs on the ground.
There could be some sort of a failure when it comes to electronic
Yes,
usage,
yes.
but not really from when it's coming
Yes.
from a human.
You can fool electronic intelligence.
Absolutely.
You can fool the sensors, but you cannot fool a human.
Absolutely.
So human is watching with his own eyes and applying his own mind. So that's how the human intelligence is very much important, and that is the reason why most of the targets were selected. And what I've heard is that the targets were verified further on the ground by the human intelligence.